What volume of carbon dioxide is produced from 60 grams of calcium carbonate? These are the parameters we need. At standard temperature and pressure, 1 mole of a gas is equal to 22.4 liters per mole. To start solving this problem, remember we want to find out the amount of the volume of carbon dioxide that will be produced when 80 grams of calcium carbonate is utilized for the production of that carbon dioxide. So from equation of reaction, we have calcium carbonate dissociating into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Now first, let's find the molar masses of the carbon dioxide and the calcium carbonate. Now from this, we have calcium is 40, the mass of calcium is 40, plus 12, which is the mass of carbon, then plus 16 times 3, that's 16, 16, 16, and it will give us 100 grams. So there are 100 grams of calcium carbonate on this equation that produces, let's find the amount in grams of carbon dioxide that is produced from this 100 grams. So carbon is 12 plus oxygen is 16. Because oxygen is 2 here, we'll do 16 times 2 plus that 12, which is 44 grams. So in every 100 grams of calcium carbonate, 44 grams of carbon dioxide is produced. Now, how many grams of carbon dioxide will be produced when 60 grams of calcium carbonate is used? You will now say 60 grams will produce how many? Which will now be, when you cross multiply like this, remember that's what I taught you. If you cross multiply like this will now be 60 times 44 divided by 100, which will now be 60 times 44 all over 100. So when you do it on your calculator, you will now get an answer of 26.4 grams of carbon dioxide. So this is the mass of carbon dioxide that will be produced from 60 grams of calcium carbonate. But that is not what the question is interested in. That's not where the question wants to stop. It's asking us the volume. The volume. Carbon dioxide is gas. What volume? You are no longer interested in the mass. But you will use this mass now to find the volume. Now, what you have to do is you convert this mass to mole. Convert it to what? Mole, correct. Now, when you want to convert from mass to mole, there's a formula that says that mass is equal to molar times molar mass, molar concentration times molar mass. So if you are getting, this is the mass concentration, which is 26.4 is equal to molar. So if you are converting it to mole, it will now be this mass over molar mass, which will now be this 26.4 all over the molar mass of carbon dioxide, which is 44, which is 44. And if you do this divide by this, 26.4 divided by 44 will give you 0.6 moles. 0.6 moles. Yes. And that is not where the question wants us to stop. The question is not asking us what is the number of moles that will be produced. No. The question is saying what volume. Now, that is the next step. Now, the final step is to use this mole to find the volume. And remember, an information has been given to us that at standard temperature and pressure, 1 mole of every gas occupies 22.4 liters per mole. So if 1 mole of a gas is equal to 22.4 liters, so how many will 0.6 moles? Because what we have here is there is only 0.6 moles of carbon dioxide that can be produced from these 60 grams of calcium triisocarbonate 4. So what you will now do is say, okay, I get it. That's what you will say to yourself. You say, okay, if 1 mole of gas is or occupies 22.4. So how many moles or how many volume will 0.6 mole occupy? You now say, okay, 0.6 moles will occupy how many? You see how I'm making it easier for you? You understand? Now, also do what I have been asking you to do. You cross multiply. You understand? Now, you're looking for this. That is to say, you now say, okay, 0.6 times 22.4 all over 1. So that is to say 0.6 times 22.4. Is that clear? So when you do it, you will now have your answer to be 13.44 liters per mole. So this is the final answer. Did that shock you? Chemistry is very easy. Please like the video. Put your comment, put your thoughts on the comment section. Encourage us. If you have any question, put it on the comment section.